this is not going to work for us because the road is rutted and the XC40 is already scraping the bottom. Today we're going to answer a very important question. Can you take electric cars off-road like the XC40 Recharge from Volvo and the Kia Soul EV? The Recharge obviously is a little higher in ground clearance, so you can make it there, but can our little Kia also make it on this trail, which is, I mean, not too hairy, but still, you know, for an electric car, a city car, an SUV that would not normally go places like this, especially on electricity, can we make it? So today's goal is around 5 kilometers that way. There's a beautiful lake we want to visit and see if we can make it there or not. Obviously, we also have to think about power because we have to recharge these vehicles at one fast charging location close to here. So we'll see if we can make it there with enough juice and then come back out. And then this Volvo here was provided to us by GoElectric. They are a dedicated electric vehicle dealership located in Calgary, Alberta. So if you guys are in the market for an EV, definitely check them out. They have a wide selection of different vehicles available, and I will put all of their details, including a link to their website, in the description below. But anyways, off we go. We already started a little bit of this track, and then let's see if we can continue. Quick little update from the road here on our way to the campground where we're going to be spending the night. So this is the last charger, the flow here that you see before we get to our campsite and the off-road driving that we're going to be doing a little bit later. So yeah, flow 50 kilowatt, but at least it's a reliable unit. So Kia's done charging, it's at 80%. That's more than enough. The Volvo XC40 Recharge is currently charging and should be done in about 10 minutes. So we did a deeper charge when we arrived at Red Deer, and then here we didn't have to charge that much. So that was the plan. So we'll be finished in about 10 minutes, and then off we go. And then tomorrow, it looks like it will be a nice day because today was just crazy. We've had rain, we've got snow, we've got wind, so it wasn't cool. But at least tomorrow, when we do the off-roading and all of that cool stuff, it should be nice. And what is slightly interesting, we're actually pulling 51 kilowatt on a 50 kilowatt charger. So there you go. If you want a car that takes all the energy from a 50 kilowatt charger, then the Volvo XC40 Recharge is the EV to get. Seriously. The day is starting to become better and better and better. So our hopes are up for tomorrow because yeah, today was just crazy, crazy weather, but it looks like tomorrow will be amazing. So we're like pretty much in the middle of nowhere right now. Rosie and the Kia, she's somewhere up there because I had to stop and get some bread as well as a lighter for later tonight. So yeah, very interesting drive. So this road is pretty much straight, as you guys can see here on the GPS. So very rural area of Alberta, definitely. So it will be interesting to see what that location looks like. So usually people who buy EVs don't really venture out that far. So this video is just to kind of show you guys that, hey, it's actually not that bad and you can travel pretty much anywhere you want, even places like this, which is yeah, very different than where we usually go. So anyways, let me focus on driving, and then when we get to our campground, we'll do an update. And now the pavement has finished and we are on the dirt roads. So this is the road 12 kilometers or so to Medicine Lake, which is in Clearwater County in Alberta, very close to what is that place? Rocky Mountain House. So the flow charger where we were, that's your final place to go and charge up before coming here if you want to do the same thing as we did. But yeah, pretty cool place, this one. After driving down a dirt road for 12 kilometers, we got to our campsite. These are unserviced campsites, just located next to the official campground that opens during the summer. And because of the fierce wind that day, we decided to arrange the cars in a way that it would shield us a little bit at least. So we would be able to enjoy a little bit of a fire, cook some food, and try to enjoy the evening. But yeah, during this time of the year, especially in the Alberta area of Canada, close to the Rocky Mountains, it does get truly windy. But the campsite was quite nice, and the aerial shot shows you how simple it really was. Guys, Rosie is trying to chop wood. Go, Rosie, chop wood.
I think it's better if you lay it down.
I don't think she knows how to chop the wood. Okay, I think I need to start doing that.
Good job.
So we've got this little stove here. We're gonna be making some food later today. Rosie's gonna cook some noodles.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's very windy. Austin is chopping up some small pieces of wood. Hopefully he's not gonna put that thing in his foot.
Yeah, I won't.
All right. Okay, so let's prepare some food to eat. Finally, the water is done boiling. So what we're gonna have, Rosie?
Snail noodle.
Snail noodle? What is snail noodle?
You know snail?
Yeah.
Tiny things.
Yeah.
That's they make the soup with.
Uh-huh.
So it's called snail noodle.
Okay.
From my hometown.
Is it good?
I grew up it.
Okay.
So this is my love.
All right.
Okay.
Perfect. So,
Cook it first.
okay.
That hot.
Yeah, that's hot. Water boiling. Okay, let Rosie do it, and then we'll show you guys the finished product. So this is how it all looks when you put it together. There's little condiments that go along with it, and also some spicy sauce, right, Rosie?
Snail. This is snail sauce.
Snail sauce, yeah. And when you combine everything, it's so delicious. Really, really good. And Austin's eating his what?
Shin ramen.
Shin ramen.
And then I'm gonna have a little bit of that later.
Yeah. So there you go. Oh, now it's okay. It's not so windy. Died down a little bit. Let's hope it stays this way. And just to show you guys the sunset. Yeah, here we go. Sunset. So this is our setup here in the Volvo. So we've got our trusty mattress, all of that good stuff. Rosie's very comfy because it's a big car. All right, I gotta walk with this and then show you guys inside here, Austin. And he's got his place. Now, with the, what do you call it? With the Kia, we have the camping mode, whereas here we don't. So we have to put a little bit of weight onto the seat to just keep it on. That seems to do the job for now. All right, good morning, everybody. So that was an interesting night, and I'll explain why. So Kia over there has a dedicated camp mode, or what Kia likes to call convenience mode or utility mode. That's what it is, utility mode. So basically it shuts down everything except HVAC controls, which is your heating and so on, right? And it keeps you nice and cozy overnight, which is perfect, and it doesn't turn off. Unfortunately, the Volvo XC40 Recharge does not have that function. So I read online, people were saying put some weight on the driver's seat and it will keep it on. Sure, yeah, it keeps it on for about like 30 to 40 minutes, then it shuts off. Then you got to do the song and dance again to turn it on, and then da 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 da. Then I read another opinion where you can set like preconditioning times, like a schedule in the infotainment. So then you can just schedule every hour to turn on, and then it turns on for like 10 minutes. But it's like full blast, right? And it takes a lot of battery energy. So yeah, not ideal. I think that Volvo Polestar, because Polestar also doesn't have this, has to kind of look into this and figure out a way to add maybe via software update, because I think it's awesome to have. And if you have pets and stuff, you can use this kind of camping mode as essentially a pet mode, right? So you can keep your pets inside the vehicle, air conditioning, heaters on, and all that stuff, right? So it wouldn't be only for camping, it would be also for pet owners, right? To take advantage of something like that. So that's my biggest gripe so far. So Rosie and I, we were cold. Austin, nice and toasty. So especially when you do it in freezing temperatures. It was -3 last night. So it would be nice to have that kind of function. All right, we're ready to go. Everything's packed, cleaned up. We're ready, right, Austin?
We are ready.
We are ready. So yeah, this was a nice spot, really, really nice. But come here in the summer, because it is a little bit too cold when it is still springtime, like it is now. But anyways, off we go. Now we're gonna take both of these cars to a smaller lake, just up north further. And we're gonna try to do some off-roading. It's not a very hard trail or anything like that, but it will be interesting to see if they get there. So let's get on the road. So the XC40 Recharge also has an off-road mode, so we've engaged that because the road is starting to get a little bit more complicated. This is not going to work for us because the road is rutted and the XC40 is already scraping the bottom. So what I don't want to do is just be stuck. Kia won't not be able to make it through these ruts, because they're huge here. Like, to straddle these two, and then these things are so high, like I was scraping, so there's no way. We're gonna have to take the Kia back over there, turn her around, and then I'm gonna turn around here and we're going back, because there's no way that we can make it. These ruts are just too crazy. Kia has been turned around, and now we have to go get the Volvo. Yeah, this one, you need a lifted vehicle. So it's not really about, oh, electric cars can't make it here. Yes, we could make it if we had a lifted vehicle, because these ruts are just huge. Didn't expect that. But anyways, it is what it is. We have to make the best out of the situation. So I'm gonna turn the Volvo around and then we're gonna head back. But we're still driving on a nice little dirt road to get out of here. So we'll film that as well. Too bad we can't go to this lake. Apparently it's very beautiful, but next time maybe I should bring a Hummer EV. Then it should be easy. Okay, I gotta turn this thing around now. Yeah, because over there, as you guys can see, the ruts are really, really bad. Both cars made it out without issue. We just weren't able to continue down this road simply because the ruts were too deep for both of our vehicles. But I want to come back perhaps with a Hummer EV if possible, and try to do that route one more time. Anyways, if you're an EV owner and you are worried about taking your car out into the wilderness, don't be. Just like we did, we went on dirt roads, we were far away from the nearest fast charger or any really charging location out in this part of Alberta, and we did fine. We calculated everything and we came back to Rocky Mountain House with enough charge, and we had a great time. All right, guys. Thank you so much again for watching. Thank you to GoElectric for providing us with the Volvo XC40 Recharge. Again, go check out all their details below. If you haven't subscribed yet, click on the left to subscribe to our channel. Click on the right to go to China EV Tours. This is our brand new venture where we take you on adventure tours in China, where we drive EVs to some incredible locations. Go check it out. If it's something that you want to do, feel free to join us this summer and maybe in future years as well. All right, thanks so much again for watching. Take care and see you on the next one.